Last month, the nation followed the investigation into the disappearance of Gabby Petito. And while a tragic case, many advocacy groups pointed out that more often than not, missing white women get more attention than people of color.
This phenomenon, also known as missing white woman syndrome, is something one Stuttgart family believes impacted police response when they reported Miranda Michelle Owens missing 6 years ago. In THV11's latest Unsolved report, our reporter Sarah Herbakowitz looks back at the timeline of Owens' disappearance as the family continues their search for closure.
In Stuttgart, Arkansas, a town of about 9,000, Miranda Owens held a big presence.
Everyone knew her, loved her.
Ooh, Lord,
Yeah, for real.
Yes.
She often went by her middle name, Michelle. Her friends and family say she was hard to miss.
She spoke to everybody, laughed. You know, she was a familiar face around the city of Stuttgart.
Until 6 years ago, at 40 years old, she disappeared.
It was a Sunday, and that was like the last time we seen Michelle or heard from Michelle.
On April 19th, 2015, following an afternoon call with her sister, Michelle stopped answering.
She said she was good. I said, okay, I'll talk to you later. Then she said, okay. And that's like the last time I talked to Michelle.
Michelle also had a mental disability, what her family described as the mental state of a child. So missing even one phone call was out of character. But her sister says the real panic set in later that night when still no one could reach her.
We all went to the police station that night and we told them we can't find Michelle. Michelle not answer the phone, and it's like we worried about her and everything, and the police really didn't care about Michelle at all.
That frustration came when Catherine said the police told them they would have to wait 48 hours before taking any action, an irritation shared by Michelle's neighbor.
Michelle had some slight disabilities, you know what I'm saying? And so we felt like they should have probably immediately, jumped on the situation and not made the family have to wait a couple days before they could do the official police report.
The delay, something Stuttgart PD says is protocol with any case.
They still want to follow the 48-hour procedure and make sure that you check with everybody that's been in their circle and all that kind of stuff.
And while up to the discretion of the officer, any delay technically goes against Arkansas Code 12-12-205. That's stating no law enforcement agency shall delay an investigation or entry of missing persons information based on an agency rule or policy which specifies an automatic waiting period. Even still, according to the Stuttgart Daily Leader, SPD said they were not treating Michelle's case as a missing persons report, but rather a welfare concern, 5 days after the family says they first told police she was missing. A silver alert also wasn't issued until 8 days later, more than a week after the family last spoke to Michelle. But Stuttgart PD maintains that the alert went out as soon as the case file was opened.
As far as anybody can tell, all of the proper police procedures were followed. Maybe not to the timeline that everybody would want, but this is reality. It's not the TV, crime drama or anything. It takes a long time to follow up on even a simple lead if it leads to a dead end.
But frustration from family and friends continued even after searches began. While both tragic, the family said they saw disparities between how Michelle's case of a missing, black, mentally handicapped woman was handled and that of Cassie Compton, a white teenage girl.
What the family were told is that with her being a child, that there were more resources available for teenagers than it would be for an adult in a missing case.
As Stuttgart police tell us now, they felt cases were treated equally.
These cases were split between the Stuttgart Police Department, the Arkansas County Sheriff's Office, and the state police. So they were given different attention at different times, certainly. But I think all resources possible and available to the police were utilized.
But as tips for Cassie's case continued to come in from nationwide as Michelle slowed, media coverage also focused more heavily on Cassie's case. This all causing the family to lose trust in the handling of Michelle's case.
It's been kind of hard trying to communicate with them, with the police department. I don't know. It's just been kind of hard.
And the police admitting they've hit a dead end.
You know, we're going on 6 years now that this is an ongoing investigation. And as the police don't know anything new because nothing's come forward.
But how does someone like Michelle, someone so seemingly connected, just vanish? Since Michelle's disappearance is still classified as an open case, police will not release any evidence, including Michelle's very active phone records.
But I definitely think those phone records are key.
These disconnections prompted family and friends to start their own search just last year.
We all got together and started, searching ourselves.
We got more answers from the team than from the police department.
Those answers coming from discussions in the community, but nothing is known for sure.
We were able to raise $8,000 as a reward, for information leading to the arrest of anybody involved.
As they keep Michelle's memory alive and hope for closure.
What if she's somewhere just waiting on us? You know what I'm saying? And we just stop. We can't do that. It's been 6 years, that's been long enough, and we're gonna just continue to do what we're doing.
Family that doesn't have answers, that's trying to fill in the blanks and the spaces of this. Where does this case stand now, Sarah?
Yeah, so I'm still working with Stuttgart Police to try and clarify a lot of those details that you may have seen that were, changing a little inconsistent. So because it's an active case, they're very careful about what they're releasing to me. So I'm definitely looking into and still talking with them. I actually spoke with them earlier today, trying to get some of that evidence released.
Okay, now as for the family, how were they affected?
Yeah, so they actually, that search group that we mentioned, are helping other people look for missing children as well. And they said they've been working with some families. They put out notices, which is, a nice moving forward. But again, they want to see those phone records. So they're also trying to find that balance of the case is open, but it's been 6 years and the family wants to know where they're left.
And the hope here on TSV 11 is that your story, Sarah, will reignite the energy to get the answers that that story raises. Thank you.
I mean, the family said Michelle's mother's getting older and they just want closure for everyone.
Imagine so. All right.